Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today we'll be recapping day 3, the final day of the NFL draft. What's going on? Just wanted to say that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY if you haven't already. Thank you for following along during the draft. It was an absolute blast. I am shot, but I am ready to get my takes out there on day 3. So heading into round 4, the Jets had pick 107, their first of the day, and Jabril Cox was on the board. I thought he would be the pick, but they went a different direction, and they went offense with Michael Carter, the running back from UNC. And while I wasn't thinking this was the way the Jets were going to go or that Joe Douglas would go, I'm excited about the pick. I don't know how you couldn't be. He put up really good numbers at UNC as a part of a really nice running back duo there. He's got great speed. He's a perfect fit for this system. I know Gainwell was there. He would have been a good fit too. And he's immediately the best running back on the roster. This is someone that I thought was going to go in mid-round 2 or early in round 3. Somehow was still there at pick 107. And the Jets, for the first time since 1983, go 4 picks in a row on offense to start their draft. Again, I was very surprised. I thought for sure they would start to get Robert Saleh some toys on defense. Now they would then pivot and go all defense the rest of the way, which is fine after using premium picks on offense, but I'm about it. I think he's going to be a really good player. I expect him and Ty Johnson to be a nice 1-2 punch at running back. I'm excited about it. I think you should be too. Now, the next pick we have to talk about, I was a little bit confused about at first, and then it started to make a little bit more sense. So let's talk through it. And that's Jamien Sherwood, the initially listed as a safety from Auburn, and that was my first instinct. We all on the stream kind of went, huh? But he's really more of a linebacker. That's what I was going to say. Like, we were confused at first when he saw him listed as a safety. He's more likely going to be a will linebacker. He's kind of like your hybrid player. So Joe Douglas basically just went out and got a Jamal Adams type of role player in the later rounds. Like, I'm okay with round 4, and there's another one of these guys even later who I think is better than Sherwood, but I like it. I think Sherwood's a good player. I think he's a solid player. I don't know if he's going to start, but I think he's going to be competing and be a rotational guy, more so as a will linebacker than a safety. And the Jets need linebackers who can cover, because that's been an issue on this team for so long. So I came around on it. I walked back my initial confusion pretty quickly. The Jets would also do something a little bit strange by drafting another player by the name of Michael Carter. Michael Carter II, we're calling him Michael Carter number 2, played for Duke, and he is really going to be a slot corner on this team. Another guy who, again, thought listed as a safety, but he's not. He's going to be a slot corner. He played a majority of the time there and succeeded there as a slot corner. As the roster stands right now, he'll be competing with Javelin Guidry for slot time. And what we can say about Robert Saleh is he developed a lot of good late round corners. So we're hoping for that same kind of success with not only him, but some other guys as well, because there's very defense now the rest of the way. Then we have Jason Pinnock, who is a cornerback from Pitt. He mostly played outside corner, did play a little bit at inside linebacker and slot too. Developmental piece. I mean, this is really all we got here. The rest of the way, it's going to be developmental guys. When you're taking, players in the 5th and 6th round, that's what you fully expect. And we know the New York Jets moved back with the Kansas City Chiefs, which I'm not opposed to, and they moved their pick 226 up to 207, which would be their last pick. But I don't hate it. Position of need outside corners. Maybe it could develop into something. I mean, last year it looks like the Jets got a gem in Bryce Hall in the later rounds, so maybe Pinnock could be that guy for them. This next guy might be the steal of the draft for the New York Jets, and that's Nasirildeen. Again, a safety / linebacker hybrid from FSU. He's someone who I thought was going to go earlier, much earlier, but a little bit of injury concern dropped him a little bit. As I said, I think he's a better version of what Sherwood is. He's bigger, too. He's a little bit on the bigger side, and he's played a ton of positions at Florida State. Free safety, strong safety, slot, inside linebacker, outside corner a little bit. Very rarely played outside corner, but he could kind of play all over the field and be a creative piece. It seems like Saleh likes these guys who are, one, athletic, more on the athletes later coming up here in this draft class, and someone who could do a lot of different things for your defense, which is exactly what Nasirildeen can do for you and for Robert Saleh. So a very defense heavy here. Would have liked to maybe see an offensive lineman or a tight end mixed in, but it's hard to be critical with the first 4 picks being so heavy on the offense and positions that the Jets really needed help with. So Robert Saleh gets a toy for his defense. Let's see how he uses them. At pick 200, you had Brandon Eccles, the cornerback from Kentucky. Athlete. That's my biggest takeaway from him. He is stupid quick. 4.35 speed. He got beat a few times. I mean, if you're going in the 6th round, you're going to get beat more than a few times. But he's a very raw player who's a very, very good athlete. And I'm okay with dart throws on defense instead of taking dart throws on trying to help your young quarterback. The Jets drafted Zach Wilson and then proceeded to give him multiple weapons and offensive help. So I'm okay with doing the dart throws on defense, which is a rare change for the New York Jets, and which is kind of my takeaway from day 3 is the dart throws were on the defensive side instead of it being on the offensive side of the ball for a change. And to round out the draft class, pick 207, probably my least favorite pick of the draft, and that's Jonathan Marshall, the defensive tackle from Arkansas. I get it. I know. I saw the tweets coming at me. He's a great athlete. He ran a 4.8 at 310 pounds. He's very, very athletic for his size. My issue is you have a ton of guys who are going to be on the interior. Quinnen Williams, Sheldon Rankins, Folu Fadokasi, Nathan Shepard, Jason Phillips, John Franklin Myers. There's so many guys in front of him that I don't know what you're going to get there. And there were other positions that I might have looked to attack it there. There were some good tight ends. There was a couple interesting offensive linemen there. Heck, I wouldn't have been mad if they went kicker because of how bad that's been for the last couple of years. Maybe they sign one as a UDFA as I speak right now or later after the video comes out. But didn't love this pick. This was probably my least favorite one. But overall, pretty impressed with this New York Jets draft class this year in 2021. They started offense. Went offense again on day 2, started offense again on day 3, and then traded back, and their dart throws were on the defensive side of the ball with a really big look at need, which was a linebacker, because outside of CJ Mosley and Jarrad Davis, there's not a lot there at all. Blake Cashman's a sneeze away from ending up on injury reserve. And then you also took a bunch of swings on the secondary because cornerbacks desperately need help. So we'll see. Overall, I'm pretty excited about this draft class. I thought Joe Douglas did a good job. Let me know what you think of the draft class down below in the comments. It's a marathon of 3 days. I'm excited about it, and it's over. So let's talk about it. Let me know. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you next time.